Hi, I'm Daniel Walthers from Winding Woods Ranch, and I've had a lot of inquiries about a pellet that some of you have seen on another video that we made, and it was about diet for corvids. This is a pellet that we actually have used for years. It's one that we're making available to everybody. I have a few customers that have called, that have ordered it, and love it. In fact, I have a gal that sent me an email in France that's using it. I believe she's got a rook, and she said the bird loves it, and so we'll be shipping that over to her in France. And it's the RC20. The RC20 stands for Raven and Crow 20% protein. And what I wanted to do is come up with a diet that would make it a lot easier for us as far as keeping these birds. Now, a lot of times when you get a corvid, whether it be a crow or a raven, most breeders would tell you just get some soaked dog food. Just soak some dog food. The problem with that is dog food's for dogs. And in fact, even dog food has changed for dogs. And now a lot of times people are going to a more natural diet. So my suggestion is to use a pellet like this, use the RC20, and then use a good quality beef or meat. It could be rabbit, quail, venison, anything like that. But I use the RC20 with everybody. I use it in an automatic feeder for my breeders. My birds that I'm training, I'll even use it as a training treat, dry, and you can feed it dry. It's very absorbent. Right here I've got a dish that we soak for about 15 minutes and then I drain the water off, but you can see how much water it absorbed, and it's just basically very soft, and it's fantastic. Now if your bird, for instance, seems a little dehydrated or is under the weather, you could put Pedialyte in there and soak it and then spoon it to them. We give the babies the soaked food, or if we're teaching them to eat more solid foods, we'll soak it. You can even grind it. This is ground up, and you could add water to this, or you can add other things as well. Now it does have dried egg in it, so it's got good protein, 20% protein. It does have the good bacteria, the probiotics in it as well. It's just got packed full of great things for your bird. Here's a powder form of a probiotic that could be used and added to the pellet. If I say I was feeding some babies and they needed it in a liquid form, I could do that, and then I could even add extra calcium. Now it does have plenty of calcium in it as well, which most of you know is super important when you're raising these guys. And I just feel like, you know, we need to get away from feeding that dog food. Years ago, I thought to myself, you know, I know that they eat some pretty high protein things in the wild, so, you know, a little high protein is great. Why not a lot of high protein? So I tried that. I gave them 40-some% protein and found out very quickly that's not the way to go. You can have lots of problems if you give them too much protein. So I think most people don't really realize what is a good amount of protein without overdoing it. In the wild, they get varied amounts of protein from very little to a lot. And this is 20%. We do know that 20 to 25% is ideal as far as protein. And so as far as what you can do with your bird, I think a great diet, some sunlight, so that the things in here, the calcium and so forth, can really help these birds develop correctly bone-wise. And I think that's because their metabolism is so fast. And it's so important that this is very absorbent as far as the way it absorbs the moisture, the way it breaks down very quickly as a food source because of their metabolism and how quick it is. If you've got something that doesn't, then I don't think their body can pull that out and give them the nutrition they need. And I found it's a great product. It is available. You can go to www.danielwalthers.com and you can go under training tools, and you can find the RC20 will be available for everybody that has corvids. I know your birds will love it. Check it out.